Commanders on Thursday night.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Commanders' offense set to go to work, and they're led by the veteran who's bounced around a bit in season number 8 now. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and learning all season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Brissett now on second down. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles Justin Fields. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Here's Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. The Bears at a disappointing 0-4 for the first month of the year. If they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W, they have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and it's third down. We talked about this Washington defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. And this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
On fourth down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more of what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they got a chance of coming out the W.
First down there to pick up the 25. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bears take over.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. The numbers for Moore last week:
6 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
Now 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Fields.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Play action. It's Fields. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Santos' kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Brissett. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. To throw, Brissett. Out left to Dotson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Dotson, somebody who can turn any catch into a big play. That's why Washington took him 16th overall in 2022, and that's what he showed in a strong rookie season. Expect a big jump for him in year 2.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Brissett. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Folk's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chicago offense set to get started. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with the option.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now Fields. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now it's Crowder. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The 6th throw taken in by Samuel.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is now 17-3.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, the way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Onto the field now come the Bears. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 10. Fields again. And this one too low.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. There's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on blitz.
They run with a former Panther. It's Deontay Foreman. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jacoby Brissett back out for his guys' next possession. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. Now Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Here's Brissett. This one left side caught by Gibson. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Brissett sets to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Brissett now.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Curtis Samuel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
On for the extra point is Folk. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Second down and a yard. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A final shot before the break. Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback.
And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fields on 3rd down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Samuel in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's Fields now on second down. He's got the connection to Moore. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fields now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here is Washington now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Play fake, Brissett. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Brissett on 1st down. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another 1st down, and that'll be a gain of 21 yards. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 25. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the 1st wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the 1st, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and it blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night match. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a first down throw. Fields. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A shotgun snap. Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Scott. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Herbert. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Khalil Herbert. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is brought in at the 21. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. Now they work this well upfield across the 45.
First down, Chicago.
Fields on first down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Talk about two sides of the ball across purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's Fields. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Herbert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On their own side of the field, close to the 50, but their own side of the field, they only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man on man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there, we saw it at the point of attack. Find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give them credit for that one.
On first down, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Bears first down.
On first down, it's Fields. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
After review of the play.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fields to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They look to throw on 3rd and goal, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Fields trying to throw for it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
17.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Gibson again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On third down, here's Gibson. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And the lead will remain at 23.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
They'll roll him out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And one last throw here for Fields. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over once